former Minister of Finance, Winston Jordan, continues to be harassed by the government. They're using SOCU to harass Winston Jordan. He was served with a summons on Thursday to appear in the Georgetown Magistrate Court this morning. And he did appear this morning, where they charge him again for misconduct in public office, claiming that he sold some property way below the market value. He was placed on $150,000 bail this morning, Monday, the 31st day of March, 2025. Winston Jordan is charged again by SOCU, they say, with misconduct in public office. I got to make some points before bringing Mr. Khan. This man was charged with misconduct in public office before, right? Went through an old preliminary inquiry because the charge is indictable. And as I've explained to you before, once a charge is indictable, you're not going to be required to plead when you go before the magistrate. So this morning, the charge would have been read to him, and he would have been told that he's not required to plead because the charge is an indictable charge. On many occasions, applications might then be made for summary disposal, meaning that for the magistrate to try the case, because if it remains indictable, the magistrate will conduct a preliminary inquiry, and if the magistrate finds prima facie evidence, then the matter will go to the judge and jury. But if the AJ, the Administration of Justice Act, is applied, then the magistrate is going to then read the charge over and ask him to plead, and then they're going to try the case. But this matter, as I've said, a similar matter, misconduct in public office in relation to the property, the mud flat there at Kingston, when magistrate found that there was no evidence against him, no case for him to answer, matter was discharged. Now, if you remember, I've got to remind you all, the DPP then used a recent amendment, to move to the High Court for an ex parte in his absence behind the back, to ask the High Court to issue a warrant for his arrest and commit him to stand trial in respect to the same charge. The matter came up before the acting Chief Justice, and she excoriated them. Because the main argument they had said, because one of the things they said, he was not a public officer. Where on a previous matter, I think it was Ashni Singh, the court had held that Ashni Singh is in fact a public officer, right? So the magistrate in discharging Jordan had said, among other things, that he's not a public officer. And the Chief Justice, I read a part of that ruling, said that outside of that, she disagreed with the magistrate that he's not a public officer, but said that there's no evidence in the matter. So even if you agree that he's a public officer, which he should have, there is no evidence to support the charge. And they come now with the same or a similar charge, misconduct in public office. And before I bring in Mr. Conway, this is abuse. This is harassment. Ikin, the current commissioner, admitted that he took $8.5 million from Amir Ahmad in his office, in the commissioner's office, $8.5 million Ghana in the commissioner's office to finance Calvin Buta's wedding, which was held at the Pegasus in, I think, 23 November. Ikin admitted that in his statement. No misconduct. No misconduct. You have a statement in this matter with Butas where he's charged for thieving $60 million, where the rank gave a statement to say that this money was handed over, this $60 million was handed over in envelopes to Brutus in the commissioner's office, in the presence of the commissioner. Brutus charged for thieving the money, and he didn't even get charged for misconduct in public office. Animal farm. Misconduct, a lot of abuse, misconduct in public office, contrary to common law. That is what they're doing. That man charged went through the process. Exonerated. Now they come back now again this week, today, that man before the court. Why should talk out? And I am sure that the only reason they are doing that, as we said, this is election season, and I have been encouraging people to listen to Mr. Winston Jordan on CAMS TV on Thursday morning. Brilliant presentations, analyzing everything. Last week, he analyzed the impact of the plan to do away with the tolls on the bridges. I know they make big announcement at Babu Jan the other day from August the 1st this year, you don't have to pay toll at the Wismar Bridge. You don't have to pay toll at the Marble Bridge. You don't have to pay toll at the Borbies Bridge. Winston Jordan last Thursday did an analysis. He analyzed this thing and point out the folly in this whole thing and so on. So they're going after you. They're going after you. Once you speak out against them and you speak the truth, they don't want people to hear the truth.